volume here. So, and everything's into the board. Alright, Jeff, everything's in the board. The roadcaster, if there is a knob, it'd be number 4. And it is there. So number 4 is on. Did you even get ads? Okay, well I just...
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the product you demand and small enough to offer you personal service. Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
I don't see why. Yeah, I didn't know if there was a $100. Well, she's gonna call me back. Yeah. Let me look at the board and get out of there. Good. Should be. Good enough. Thank you, ma'am. Bye. Yeah, we got audio. There's a delay. All right, one final time. We are back here at Tatum High School. We'll call it the Den. Let me get everything turned down as we were quite loud there for a bit. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. And we are back there. So right now your score is Tatum 14, New Mexico Military 5. Make it 15-5 after that point is scored. And serving for the Coyotes now is number 6, and that is Allison Dixon. Hopefully our levels are okay. They still sound a little bit loud. So let me come down a little bit here, come down a little bit there, and I think we're okay. We'll just keep making sure that we're on. As Tiffany Stuber back at the studio is taking care of us, I'm Dusty Wyndham. Glad to be here for KEJO 100.5 FM, and of course, HobbsAmerica.com. This is on YouTube as well. A miscue on the defensive side by Gomez for New Mexico Military Institute. We'll send that one wide. A timeout called now here by the Coyotes as Tatum with a 16-5 lead here in set number 1, live from the Coyote Den. We'll be back in just a moment.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
All right, we are back once again here at Tatum High School. Let me get everything calmed down just a bit here, as we're pretty hot on the mic. I think we're a lot better there. There we go. Now everything is set. We've got a 16-6 score here. We are still in set number 1 here at Tatum High School. And Tatum with a lead. They're into the net on the New Mexico Military Institute side. Coach getting another player to come in. And that will be number 12, Gonzakova, coming in for number 10. That is Sanchez. And out is the libero for Tatum, who is Hernandez. And serving here are the Coyotes. New Mexico Military with a chance for some offense here. They'll dink it over the net softly. So, coming back across, Tatum will get a kill there, and they will score it again. I think we're going to have another timeout here called by New Mexico Military Institute. Nah, they're going to sub out. They will be bringing out Lackey, and coming in will be Pender. So Tatum with a big lead now. It is 18-6. Go to 25 here in volleyball. This one goes back over the net. Tatum will knock it back across, and then a miscommunication between a couple of the Colt players. And now a 19-6 score. A little different than when, you know, back in the day, a little PE that we got to do some volleyball in, and of course at Hobbs High School. It you had to serve to get a point. Now every play is a point. Set up and put over this time. It looked like, I think it was number 10. It was, and that's Valeria Mariscal. And another score for Tatum there. 20-6 your score. And now on the other side, you're going to have Pender out, and back in will be Lackey for the Colts. And serving again is Tatum. It looked like it was Hernandez. There was a whistle there. And is that going to be a point scored? I think they were out of position is what it was, out of their rotation. As I can see a couple of them change up. It's 21-6, and here comes another serve from Hernandez. It's across the libero, plays it, and now knocking it across were the Colts. Back across and deep that time was number 11, and that's Luann Villasenor. And yet another score for Tatum. They've reeled off several in a row. Actually, we'll call it 6 in a row. It was 16-6 the last time they got the serve, and Hernandez back again. Hernandez gets it across. It's played. Now popped up by Martinez, and then knocked across just softly over the defense. So got a finger to it, but that ball will fall for a Colt point this time. I believe it was Perez that scored the point. Another big shot coming here. Defense that time ready for the challenge. And this one's got to go across the net. It does. And it's played again. Who they set up. This time they set up Avery. I believe it's Howard. Got to read my own writing here. And another point scored here for the Coyotes. So get everything up and rolling. I'm glad to be with you again. I'm Dusty Wyndham. On the camera tonight, Mr. Jimmy Lee. That one falls just in play on the ace. A service ace that time for number 7. That's Sydney Rice for the Coyotes. This is the set point here. 24-7 your score. This one goes across, and miscommunication from the front line and the back line. And Tatum will take set number 1, 25-7 over New Mexico Military Institute. We'll be back in about 60 seconds.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game, and shoot for a finish in a legendary way. The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Alamo Navajo on Thursday, a week ago, I guess, today. So here we go again. Tatum against New Mexico Military Institute, and it looks like for the Institute, you'll have Fuentes out on the floor with Davis. Let's see if I can get all the numbers here. Perez, Martinez. Looks like number 8, Assis, is in there. Coming out now is number 15, Fuentes. Coming back in was number 3, Gomez. And it will be Hernandez back to start to serve again here for this Tatum Coyote squad. Nikki Hernandez, again, was at the service and aced her last 2 serves to end set number 1, 25-7. And we'll begin set 2 here. Tatum trying to regain some glory here at the actual in the volleyball category. Again, not winning a state title since 2012, and looking to fight hard and get right back to that glory. Service goes right off of Gomez and back behind her like a foul ball, and it's 1-0 Tatum already. Now you got to win 3 sets here to win the match. Tatum up 1-0 in that category right now. And the service cross, this time played better by the Colt. And a big knock coming. That was Hernandez got to it first. Now back across. New Mexico Military with a chance here offensively. And looks like into the net were the Coyotes. A point scored here for New Mexico Military. So finally I get to take a little seat here as everything's worked through. Fuentes back in and back out is Gomez for New Mexico Military. Back to serve. I believe that's number 9, I think. Kind of hard to read sometimes. And that would be Perez. Nice little shot that time. Knocked over the net by Villasenor for the Coyotes, and it'll drop to the floor for a point. 2-1 Tatum now here in set number 2. And now back to the action here as I was double checking things. We're still good. A little defensive miscommunication again. Seems like that's happened quite a bit at the net here for New Mexico Military, and another point for Tatum. 3-1 your score. This one into the net this time from Sydney Rice. And that'll make it a 3-2 score here as New Mexico Military will get the service back here. And Quick switch up. It's 4-2 as Mexico Military was unable to get that one across. Safely anyways. And Tatum right back to the action as they get the service back. And New Mexico Military will pop this one back across the net, played by Hernandez near the back. And a bit of a sideways shot that time here for Tatum as Mariscal knocked it right at number 6, not Martinez, Dixon. Got to make sure I'm on the right side. I wrote these down one way, and they played on the opposite sides, of course. So there's a whistle there, and a rotation problem. Being out of position again will cost the Colts another point. And you see coaches getting a little bit upset here with her team. 5-3 the score. Set number 2, Tatum ahead. And back to serve is Valeria Mariscal. Hits that one hard, played right off the hands of Perez. Now back across to the Coyotes. Popped up, and this one played well defensively. It was Martinez who could not get to that one. It'll go across the end line there for another Tatum score. It's 6-3. So a whistle here, and they will rotate their players in. But Tatum looking good so far. 25-7 win in set number 1. And now with a 6-3 lead here in set 2. Now the officials and the Colt coach are double checking now at the scorers table about the substitutions and rotations. So we have a small break in action here. And they are ready to go again as everything seems to be squared away, and it will be. Mariscal back to serve again. Ball travels well, the libero on it as that was Irish. Now coming across for the Colts and played well by Mariscal at the back. This one right at the net and popped over quickly on the second hit. Back to the Colts. It is knocked back over the net and falls for a point. 6-4 the score now. Tatum still ahead here in set number 2. Service is now back across to the Colts. Another substitution as again that was Fuentes going out and Gomez coming in. Gomez will now serve. Ball in the air and across and misplayed by Aubrey Young. So another point scored here for New Mexico Military. They've got 5 here. Only had 7 in the entire first set, so things tightening up a bit for the Colts. Now this one in no man's land as it gets under the net from Tatum. An unforced error that time will make it a 6-all score. So that's Gomez back again. This one's popped across, played by Young. And now across, that was number 11, Villasenor, that time for the Coyotes. She'll set it up this time, and it's back across, hits the tape off of Hernandez's hands, and will fall for a score. And that'll make it 7-6 Tatum as they will now get the service back. So 7-6 here in set number 2. Tatum up 1 set, none. Into the net that time from Luann Villasenor. And we're tied at 7 again. Service back over to New Mexico Military Institute. And to serve is Lackey. Lackey will get this one across, played by Hernandez. And now popped across. That time by number 6, Allison Dixon. She'll get the kill that time. And that'll make it 8-7 Tatum. As depleted as the bench may seem for Tatum, they're awfully loud over here. Only 4 young ladies in the bench area for the Coyotes. Big knock that time will go long from New Mexico Military, making it 9-7. Looked like that was Perez on the errant shot. So Tatum now ahead 9-7 here in set 2. That time played by Lackey. Now knocked across, played well at the back by Villasenor. And now New Mexico Military with an offensive set. Could not get much going. This one popped over by Howard. And now back again by number 7, Sydney Rice. Did they call her in the net, though? No. Coach incredulous at the call. She thought that the Tatum players got into the net, which is a violation. It was not whistled, and it is a 10-7 score. Tatum ahead by 3 here. And service again here from Dixon. Played now at the net where lots can go on. This time the Colts get one over the defense, the outstretched hands, and to fall to the floor to make it 10-8. Out is Dixon. In now for Tatum is Paisley Whitman, wearing number 5. And service across now for New Mexico Military, down 10-8. Make it 11-8 as that one gets all the way towards the back line. And it was Lackey that could not come up with the defensive play there. So Tatum gets the service back, leading 11-8. And I do believe that's Hernandez. It is to serve. It's a cross. Lackey pops that one up. And looks like Perez that time with a chance. Tatum plays it well. Now back over, blocked right back at the Coyotes. And they do control it and get it back across the net. I think we're going to have number 7 into the net, Sydney Rice that time, and it'll cost. Thought it cost Coyotes point. I guess it did not. That's what the initial call was from the near side official here. But that'll make it 12-8. Now, as they will give the ball back over, but how come not the point? So, a little confusing for me. But either way, the Colts now with an offensive chance. It's set up. Big knock coming. Goes right over the hands of Mariscal and will fall to the floor to make it 12-9. Tatum still in the lead here in set number 2 and leading a set to none. Couldn't tell if that was Davis or Martinez on the service that time that goes long. And I'll double check the number here. That is number 6 Martinez who went long, making it, now it says 12-10. Now they've got the score right. So Tatum back with the serve. And a shot coming here, defended well. Now pop back, it's going to have to be Villasenor across the net. She'll get it across. And blocked at the net by Villasenor with a huge play. That'll make it 13-10 Tatum. They'll get the service back as well. And there goes the serve coming from Rice. Looks like that may have been Ament on the offensive opportunity that time. And it will go wide, and it'll be a 14-10 score now. The Coyotes ahead. So Rice back to serve once more for Tatum. This one does go across. Nice defensive play that time from Martinez. And a really good play by Hernandez for Tatum as that one came across and just hit it where they ain't. That's what I saw right there. It goes in between the front and back lines that time, falls to the floor, giving Tatum a 15-10 lead here in set number 2. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And now back here In Tatum, New Mexico, I'm Dusty Wyndham. Thanks for joining us here on KEJL 100.5 FM. Also on HobbsAmerica.com and on YouTube. Tatum with a 15-10 lead here that led to a timeout called by New Mexico Military Institute. Just moments ago, we are in set number 2 here. And Tatum already taking the first set 25-7 over the Colts. Service here for Tatum coming from Rice. It's popped back up, and that's a Mint with a chance here. She tried to go soft as the defense backed up, and it went straight into the net, making it 16-10. Tatum with the lead. So it'll be Rice one more time to serve. Bounces it a few times. Jump serve across. It'll go wide, and that'll be a point scored for New Mexico Military. Making it 16-11. They'll get the service back. Going back will be Perez. P-I-R-E-S. Perez. A little different. She'll stand flat-footed and serve. And now just a bad error that time for Tatum all the way around, as it looked like it was number 10, Mariscal, and number 5, Whitman, coming together trying to set that one up. And then it goes off the hands of Avery Howard, And now we've had 2, make it 3 straight points for New Mexico Military. They're crawling back into this one, trailing 16-13 in set 2. That's Hernandez. And now a shot across for Mariscal, as Valeria Mariscal will get the kill that time and get the service back for Tatum. 16-13 the score, make it 17-13, as the service comes back to the hometown team. Avery Howard with the serve that time, played by the libero Irish. And we'll see if they can get it across. That's going to be 4 hits that time, as Lackey couldn't get it over the net. It's got to stay in between the 2, I guess I almost want to call them antenna, but they're sticks sticking up out of the net. They can't go around those and get back into the field of play, or the court, if you will. And an error there on a ball meant to go across the net, back into it again. Makes it 19-13 Tatum, as Howard will get ready to serve again. This one across, played, and straight off the hands and straight down of Perez. And no stoppage. I think coach was going to go for a timeout that time. Nothing doing. 20-13 Tatum here. Already up a set, and we have a whistle, as out of rotation again is New Mexico Military. The official explaining what the violation was to the players on the floor. And the score now 21-13, as several in a row reeled off here by the Coyotes. See if they can get one more. Villasenor got that one across, and now Howard has to get to that one on the dig for Tatum. Back across now, and an offensive chance again. This time that was Lackey. Played well by Hernandez at the back line for the Coyotes, and a big shot there off the hands of Perez, back towards the wall. Unfortunately, the wrong way for the Colts, and that'll make it 22-13. 22-13. It was just 16-13 a moment ago. So 6 in a row reeled off by the Coyotes, and this one goes across, then goes off the body of Villasenor and will fall out of the regulated area. And we'll go back to New Mexico Military for the service here, as they've timed it up to 22-14. Service cross, played well, and then knocked across by Dixon. Good hustle that time by the Colts to get to that one, way over by the stands here. And another chance here, and it's blocked, popped up. Can they get it across? Nobody could reach it, as there were 3 Coyotes on the ground and forming a bit of a wall that time. Point is scored, 22-15. New Mexico Military trails by 7, and they have the service. It is Ashlyn Irish back. She gets it across, played. And Dixon has it blocked, and then Villasenor catches it. Not really what you want to do here in the volleyball game. 22 now to 16. Back to just a 6-point lead for the Coyotes here in set 2. Irish gets that one across. Played well by Rice. And now back across and quickly back across off the hands as that one was hit hard by Perez. It goes off the hands of number 13, Ament. And it was errant. So now Tatum 23 to 16 leaders. As back to serve was Mariscal. She hits it hard. It's knocked back across. Then Dixon gets a hand on it to put it back over the net. The Colts now trying to score. Could not get there that time as defense was ready. And good play on the back line by Perez that time for the Colts. And Lackey with a big shot. And there's the old foul tip off of the hands of Valeria Mariscal to make it 23 to 17. A whistle has a couple of substitutions coming in now. Coyotes still with a 6-point lead here in set 2. It'll be Gomez, who I venture to say is the smallest player on the floor. Here for the Colts, she gets it across, and that's going to be a double hit that time by number 3, Avery Howard. And it'll be 23 to 18. Back to just a 5-point deficit for the Colts, already trailing a set to the Coyotes. The libero with it that time was Young. And the Colts will set up their offense. Blocked at the net, this time by a pair of Coyotes. It looks like it was Hernandez and Dixon on the stop. And now it is set point once again. 24-18 Tatum leads. They could take a 2-set-to-none lead here in this best-of-5 matchup. Into the net that time, maybe thinking about it a little too much. Looks like she hit that one low, as you want to hit that one up high and carry a little bit further. Unfortunately, not the case that time for Tatum, and that'll make it 24 to 19. It will be Lackey this time across. Long on the service, and that'll do it for set 2. 25-19, a little closer this time as the Coyotes now with a 2-set-to-none lead. I'll be right back here on 100.5 FM KEJL and HobbsAmerica.com.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
And we're back. Once again, I was visiting a little bit here with some of the fans in the stands. And the Tatum fans doing quite well right now as their team leads big. Here, I had to turn myself back up, make sure I'm not too hot, but I'm good. We've got about a minute 45 before the action starts again. Tatum up 2-0 here. Coyotes did tighten it up a bit in set number 2 as they were able to get 19 on the board. They only had 7 in set 1, so things coming along a little bit here as they're playing a little bit better. Defensively, they've had a lot of miscues, a lot of tips that go the wrong way on the digs that they're trying to, to execute out on the floor. And now the coach is over making sure their lineups are set for set number 3. And I do believe it'll be Tatum to have the service here as we start set 3. I don't know. They're showing it to be the guest service up on the scoreboard, so we'll double check as the teams will come back out on the floor for Tatum. I see number 8. That is Georgia Weir. You've got Avery Howard, Sydney Rice, Luann Villasenor, Nikki Hernandez, and of course, it was Valeria Mariscal. She'll be coming out as the libero, and Aubrey Young will be coming in here as we'll get things set. Tatum has looked good all the way around so far. Defensively, they've had very few miscues. Offensively, it seems like everything they're hitting is, well, falling in the right spots. For New Mexico Military, I see number 9, that's Perez. We've got number 8, Assis. Number 5, Davis. 6, Martinez. 4 is Lackey. And now, also running out there was Fuentes, number 15. So now coach and the near side official are having a bit of a discussion. The Colt coaching staff with the headset on. I can't hear what they're saying, so I couldn't tell you what the argument was about, but now they're going to switch things up again as Gomez will be coming in here for number 6, Martinez. So now we got a timeout as New Mexico Military is going to regroup, it looks like. Tatum will do the same. We're going to keep it here for just a moment and recap a 25-7 first set, 25-19 second set here at the Coyote Den. Again, I'm Dusty Wyndham. Cameraman tonight, my buddy Jimmy Lee, taking care of me as Shane Williams could not be here tonight. And now quite a bit of talk going on in that Colt huddle as they'll get ready to roll again. I think even the scorers table and the near side official have had words here. Early in the season, though, you expect some mistakes here and there. And it will be New Mexico Military to serve to start set number 3. It'll be Gomez back. And we are back to action now. This one across, played. It looked like by Villasenor, or was it? Yes, it was. Now this one hits the tape and then will fall for a point for the hometown team. The Coyotes lead set 3, 1-0. Get the service back, and it will be Nikki Hernandez back. She's had a couple of long service runs in this matchup so far. This one's not going to be that way as it goes straight into the net. Call it the announcer's jinx. It was my fault. We're tied up at 1 here and set 3. Now Perez gets it across for the Colts. Played by Hernandez. She'll get it back. Oh, no, excuse me. That was not. That was Rice. They got it back. This one is blocked but falls wide. And will be a point for the Coyotes. So 2-1 now. Tatum leading here in set 3. They're up 2-0. And with the service, across is going to be number 7, Sydney Rice. It did not get across. Across, Rice. That's where that happened. Aubrey Young now back to serve for New Mexico Military as we're tied at 2 here in set 3. The away team gets it across. A double hit that time from number 8, Georgia Weir for the Coyotes. Gives New Mexico Military maybe their first lead of the day. Across now for the Colts is the service. And that will be Villasenor getting it across. That one errant on the defense again. And Perez has had a few of those. Coach is telling her to keep your hands up. The ball won't go directly down most of the time. We're tied at 3. Tatum will get the service back here in set 3. It will be number 3, Avery Howard. That one was powerful, but a little too much so as it goes beyond the end line that time and makes it 4-3 New Mexico Military. They'll get the service back here. Fuentes back to serve. Takes her time, gets ready, serves from way back as she's got a little power. And it's set up, miscommunication at the net that time. One of the Coyotes did get into the net there. No, they're going to say New Mexico Military got into the net. Wow. So that's going to tie it up at 4. And I'm not sure I saw the same thing they did. However, it's 4 apiece here in set 3. And back to serve will be Mariscal. Mariscal long on hers and gives it right back to the Colts, making it 5-4 New Mexico Military here in set 3. So who will serve this time? It will be Lackey. And it's across, played by the Coyotes now. That'll be Hernandez getting it across, dug out by Irish. Now back over to Tatum. This time with the big shot was Villasenor. Again, this one long, and Tatum goes down by 2, 6-4. So back again is Caitlin Lackey. And a quick whistle and another positioning problem. How many is that? Probably 7 or 8 in this matchup so far for New Mexico Military. Coach asking the official, hey, like, what can I do? We're never in the right place. So she's going to tell her back line to back way up. And now trying to get positioned with the official there to try to help out. In a 6-5 third set that the Coyotes trail, but they do have the service back here. And they already have a 2-0 lead here. Some of the football players across the way, it looks like, in their jerseys, will be back tomorrow night for their matchup against Lordsburg. Big matchup and a quality opponent that will tell Tatum a little more about their team here. This one is blocked by the Colts, but into the net, and it will cost them a point here as Tatum has tied it up at 6. Villasenor will head back again to serve here. Slowly towards the line and a little deep on that one as well. The feet were slow. The arm not so much. It had a little power in it. Makes it a 7-6 score. Colts with the third set lead. And now the service, and it will be number 8 to serve, and that is Assis, Victoria Assis. So, service not so great again that time, a little more power. And I tell you what, it's a pretty small court. Makes it 7-all. As Tatum will get the service back. It is played by the libero, that time Irish, and now just an errant setup that time from Ament. It's going to be an 8-7 score. Tatum with the lead and looking to close this one out. Third set win would do so. That one looks like it's going to go long as well. Maybe a little excited that time from Allison Dixon. And I thought we were going to have time. That's just going to be a rotation here for Tatum. Coming out is Dixon. And so we'll get set to go. Tied at 8 here. With New Mexico Military serving. Gomez gets it across. First chance at a kill that time is defended well by the Colts. And double hit is what they called. Looked like, you go up with 2 hands. If they don't hit at the same time, it'll cost you. 9-8, Tatum regains the lead and the service here. And going back is Nikki Hernandez. She's had some good service runs so far. What hustle and way to put it back across that time. And now we're going to have another whistle and a double hit again, as it'll be 10-8. The Colts really beating themselves in a lot of these ways. Coach incredulous over there. That one's long as well on the service from Hernandez to, make this a 10-9 score. Tatum's still in the lead here in set 3. But now the service back over to the Colts. Perez across. Played by Hernandez first. She'll have to get it back. And she does get it across. Perez and the libero, Ashlyn Iras, both just froze. Thought the other was going to go for it. I didn't hear it, and I got it. That's a little communication on the floor would help, I think, for these young Colts. That'll make it an 11-9 score. I think Coach told her they want to serve over towards Perez here. And that's exactly where it goes. She'll pop it back over the net on the first touch. And each team now with one touch across. Tatum gets control back and tries to put it into the corner. It'll fall wide. That should be a score, making it 11-10. Who will serve here now for New Mexico Military? It will be number 4, Lackey. Now they're double checking to make sure their rotations are correct. Lackey will now come towards the front. Coming out was number 5, Davis. And I don't know if they're in the right setup here. Now they're double checking to make sure the rotations are right. There's a certain way you have to do this, making sure the numbers are correct and everything else. And at times, gets a bit confusing for some of these teams. Service ace this time is across for Irish. Was it Irish serving or was it Perez? Yeah, it was Irish. I thought so. That'll tie it up at 11 here in set 3. Again, Tatum leads it 2-0. And third hit across now from Mariscal. Now right at the net, Gomez got to it, but it was straight into the net that time. She was way back, had to come running up towards the front. Maybe a bit out of position that time. Tatum regains the lead, 12-11, and the service, which could be more important here as Howard puts it in play. Perez, Irish, and now Lackey will get it across. It went long if they'd have been talking that time, but Tatum does play it, get it back across. Gomez will set it up. Double hit as it went off one hand, then the other. And that'll make it a 13-11 score. Tatum gets another point there. Howard back again. Will get it across. Irish gets to it first. Now back across by number 8, Assis. And now a soft touch across the net by the Coyotes. Irish will send it back over. Diving with the dig that time were the Coyotes. This one goes across on a quick hit. That was Hernandez on the dig, and now just nobody home on the setup that time for the Colts. And they now trail it 14-11. We've got a timeout here in set number 3. Tatum 11 away from winning the matchup outright. We'll be back in a moment.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And we are back here in Tatum, New Mexico. I'm Dusty Wyndham. Glad to have you all with us on KGAL 100.5 FM. And been a long time since that station came to town. I actually worked for it when it first opened back in Hobbs. Now had a couple moves, if you will. Tatum is ahead 14-11 here in set 3 at the Coyote Den. Getting ready to resume action after the New Mexico Military Institute timeout was called. Just waiting for the whistle. Now the officials getting together on this one. And Still waiting. Now the teams will huddle. Officials still talking with one another. The Tatum coach now talking with the scorers table a bit. And we're back to action. Howard with the service. Perez to Gomez. Gomez to Lackey. Lackey gets it across. Quick hit as nobody was home. Seen very well in that corner by the Tatum Coyote offense. Coach really upset with her team on the positioning for the Colts, as that was a pretty good knock that time for the kill for the Coyotes. 15 now to 11. And a tough defensive play off the hands of Lackey. It'll go back beyond the court surface there, and 16-11 your score. Tatum now putting a little distance between themselves and New Mexico Military Institute as Howard goes back again. This one across. Played by Irish to Gomez, and now that was number 8, Assis. Victoria Assis with a chance. Now Tatum gets it back across. Irish will dig it out. And tries to go back across when she got the ball back, but right into the net. Kind of like a line drive that time, just right into the net. 17-11 as Tatum has opened up a lead now. Here in set 3, Howard gets it across. Irish, Gomez, double hit. Saw it here, and I don't know how many that is for Gomez alone, but for the team, that's quite a few. 18-11 your score. Howard again. There's Irish. Goes to Lackey. Now has to go across. Fuentes does so. That is Hernandez on the back line for Tatum to dig it out, and then it was set up. Irish now will set up for Lackey. Into the net again. Just seems like unforced error after unforced error here for the Colts, and that's really been their undoing so far. 6 points away from winning this match here are the hometown Tatum Coyotes. Irish, Gomez. Irish again gets it across. Out time saved by Howard. Popped up Villasenor with a chance. Defense there that time for the Colts. Now Lackey with a big knock. Huge dig on the back line here for Tatum, and a soft touch over the top. And it was Sydney Rice, by the way, who really made that play happen for Tatum. That was a huge dig on this back side. 20-11 your score. That's 7 in a row reeled off by Tatum again. And this time into the net, of course, the announcer's jinx. I can curse anything, folks. So we're going to have a couple of substitutions. On one side, you'll see a Mint come in for the Colts. Howard will come out for Tatum, as coming in will be, for the first time, I do believe, Drannon Young, number 14. Back will be Lackey to serve for the Colts, who trail it by 8. It is 20-12 here in set 3. Fuentes will go back to serve. Again, she backs way up. She does have some power. Seen it a couple of times tonight. Colts get that one into the net, and then it falls wide. 21 now to 12 is the score. Tatum gets the service back, and only 4 points away from wrapping this thing up. Just 7 o'clock here in Lee County, New Mexico. Lackey gets it back from Irish, sends it across. It will be Villasenor for Tatum. It's blocked, and nobody home behind Assis that time. And those are the plays you really got to have somebody behind you. Sometimes that ball comes across at such a speed, they'll bend those fingers back at the top, and it falls harmlessly. The big serve that time from Mariscal. It'll get to the rafters. It would have been a 4th hit even if they had played it. That'll make it 23-12 Coyotes. Now just 2 points away from winning this one outright. We'll take a break if they do, and then we'll come back and recap it for you. Irish gets it across, and now that was Lackey again with another offensive chance for the Colts. Villasenor has to run that one down. Couple of Colts run together, and then at the net, big play. It was blocked but possibly into the net that time was Tatum. Either way, 23-13 your score here, as New Mexico Military will get the service back for the first time in a while, and Lackey is back to serve. Gets it across, played by, I've got to get this right, Aubrey Young is now, there are two Youngs in the game for Tatum. Perez gets it across, it is played well there by Villasenor, and trying to knock it back across was Assis right into the net, and we're at match point. 24-13 here, so you call it point 13. I'm learning volleyball lingo. Have done a couple of seasons at the junior college. New stuff for me. The service that time right into the net from Luann Villasenor, and I'll make it 24-14, point 14. I just know if coach is listening at the junior college out there, Holly Reyna should be giving me all kinds of grief on the calls. Back to serve now is, I believe that was number 8, Ament. And nobody home again, and that'll do it for the match. 25-14 in set 3 to win it. And that does it here for the matchup. Straight set win here for the Coyotes. We're going to take a quick break, about a minute and a half. We'll be back in a few, and we will recap this one for you. We'll be right back.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game, and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats,
the entire
shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in
For
Lovington.
more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And we are back again here at Tatum High School, the Coyote Den as I've dubbed it. Again, I'm Dusty Wyndham. Thanks for being here with us. Tatum wins it in straight sets 25-7, 25-19, and 25-14. The final here from the Coyote Den. Tatum played well all the way through. New Mexico Military had some chances, but defensively they had a lot of miscues, a lot of unforced errors, a lot of balls into the net, and several times were called for being out of rotation, not in position, and just looked like a young team out there on the court tonight. Tatum, of course, now with that straight set win, being big in the area. You know, it really is. Tatum, a smaller school than New Mexico Military. And sometimes you see these smaller schools get overpowered. They were not today. I thought Nikki Hernandez played really well, Villasenor as well. Mariscal was everywhere, Avery Howard as well. Just a really good group effort from this Tatum Coyote squad. And I'm going to actually go see if I can get the coach to come up for an interview for post-game as we play a couple more spots. We'll be right back.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way. The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Get my mic down here and make sure I'm on. See if we can go there. Yes, we do. All right, we are back here at Tatum High School again. I'm Dusty Wyndham. And joining me now, the architect of tonight's victory, if you will, we have Coach with us. And Coach, can you introduce yourself to everybody out there at HawksAmerica.com?
Yes, sir. My name is Tracy Pierce, and this is my second stint at Tatum. I was here in 2015 to 2017, and just glad to be back here.
Well, I'm glad you are here with us. The broadcast tonight got off to a slow start. You guys did not. You were firing on all cylinders, it seemed like, from the beginning. A huge win in set one. Do you attribute that to your team's play, or maybe some of the miscues on the other side?
You know, the thing I don't think a lot of people understand is this is a game of mistakes. You know, it's an imperfect game. That's how you win. And so whether it's because they were missing or we were firing, you know, we were causing them to create bad passes. We were causing them to create, you know, bad situations. This is just like they did us. And so, you know, the goal is just to keep people off balance. And I think we did a good job today to keep NMMI off balance.
I thought you guys looked really good all the way through. I thought Hernandez played well.
Yes.
Avery Howard played pretty well as well at times. Villasenor had some really nice moments in there as well.
You know, Avery's young. She's just a sophomore. And so, you know, she's playing on junior high experience, basically. And then, you know, number 11, which is Luann Villasenor, she has a pulled groin. So we're nursing some injury there. So she really wasn't 100% today. And then, of course, Nikki, just being a senior, she just did a great job for us today.
Well, looks like your squad is well prepared. You'll be back in action home Tuesday. Is that correct?
No, Thursday.
Thursday next
Yes, sir.
week.
Again.
Okay. So that's when I'll see you again.
Yeah, perfect. Y'all welcome anytime. No, we don't have a game Tuesday. Our junior highs are playing at home, so we've got a little time to heal up Luann and, you know, some bumps and bruises. Our second setter, our first setter, number 5, Paisley Whitman, she's dealing with a bad back, so we've limited what she does and how many sets that she plays. And so hopefully we can get that under control and you know, make some good things happen for us.
You know what it is you guys, your schedules are just done a little bit differently than some are. You got the JV, the 8th grade, and everything all on the same schedule, and that's where I was thinking Tuesday I'd seen, but you're right. Thursday will be the next matchup. Now, looking forward to maybe some district play, where's your competition at?
You know, we went to a tournament last weekend at Eunice, and we were all there. It was Eunice. We played Loving, and then we played Eunice, and then, you know, Jal was there, so was Hagerman. So we were all there. You know, I think it's just going to be on any given night. You know, like I said, this is a game of mistakes, and it's just, you know, you're going to make mistakes. It's just where do you make them, you know? If you make them at key points, it's a turning point, or, you know, it's just a mudslide sometimes. And so with this game, you know, you just got to stay focused and not worry about that ball. Just get it back, because you can't take that moment back. It's gone.
Right. Yeah, Absolutely, the truth. Short memory, gotta have it. Now you guys are primed and set. Haven't won a title since 2012. I see.
Yes, sir.
I guess you're ready to add one out there.
Yes, sir. We sure are. The thing about it is we're really young. We only have 3 seniors, and then we've got a crew of sophomores, and then we sprinkle some juniors in there. So we're setting things up pretty well, I think.
I think you guys are too. I look forward to it. Now, when you go back and watch these broadcasts at some point and you see how bad the announcer is, please forgive me. This is probably the 3rd season I've done any volleyball ever.
Yes, sir.
So I'm learning as I go, but it's a lot of fun to me. The action is pretty fast-paced. It's a good time.
When I went to college, I was going to be the best basketball coach ever.
Yeah.
And then I started volleyball, and I was like, well, that's a whole new game. There's just so many things you can do and so many places you can go, and it's just, it changes every day.
It seems to happen a lot in the coaching ranks. Even in Hobbs, you got Joey Carpenter, the women's basketball coach. That's a baseball guy. I've known that guy forever. He's a baseball guy. Turned out to be a decent basketball coach.
Yeah. That's like Brian Legan, who was a great basketball coach at Sundown, Texas. He went to Seminole to be the softball coach. It's just, and sometimes you just got to get out there and make some changes.
I tell you what, it's got to be fun to do it. You're helping out with the kids. Of course, the X's and O's on the floor are one thing, but you're shaping young lives as well, and it's got to be pretty rewarding at times.
And a lot of people don't understand. It's not about wins and losses. It's not. And everybody will ask me, what's your record? How many wins? I don't have any wins. Those kids did all that, but I don't have any losses either. But, the thing is, it's just to teach them to be better human beings, and the relationships you make with these kids last for a lifetime.
Sure do.
This is my 38th year, and I still have kids that are still, in my life.
That's a lot of coaching.
It's a lot of coaching.
That's a lot of coaching. Has it always been volleyball?
Well, volleyball, basketball, and track. And a stint in there in softball.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Well, we got a jack of all trades here with us. Folks, we will be back tomorrow night for Tatum football, as they'll be hosting Lordsburg tomorrow. Join myself. Shane Williams will be here as well. We're going to have a good broadcast there. And then we'll be back next Thursday for more Tatum Coyote volleyball. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Here.
Thank y'all for being here. We appreciate it.
Oh, yes, ma'am. That'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. We will be back again, as I said, tomorrow night for Tatum and Lordsburg, big 8-man football matchup. It's going to be huge, and, hey, I'm looking forward to it. Shane Williams looking forward to it. I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow night.